Welcome to a new video of Knit and Travel with Calypso. I'm Calypso.
And my name is Jonathan.
Great. We are here in Zipolite, Oaxaca, Mexico. I wanted to show you this beautiful, incredible beach that I've been to a few times already. Because I'm half Mexican, I've been to Mexico many times, and as you can see here, there are super big waves and they're quite loud, so fortunately I have a microphone so you can hear as well. And it's very early in the morning, so Jonathan is still sleeping a little bit sleepy, so I'll forgive him for that. In this video we want to show you what we have been knitting lately, maybe talk a little bit about my knitting and design plans, and then I want to take you around our trip, take you with us on our trip in Mexico where we have been, and especially talk about Mexican crafts, handmade traditional crafts such as weaving or embroidery. I have done videos about Mexican crafts before on my German channel with interviews, so in this video it's going to be quite similar, but in English, and also the interviews are in Spanish with English subtitles. So this is an incredible source of inspiration for me to travel to Mexico. This time we were in Oaxaca Centro, so in the capital of the state of Oaxaca, and especially Jonathan bought a lot because I already do have many clothes and traditional clothes. My closet is just exploding, so I didn't buy much, but Jonathan basically reinvented himself.
That's true. I bought a lot of things. It's very difficult to not buy a lot of things when everything is so beautiful.
Yes, everything is really beautiful and made by hand. So we're going to do this a little bit chronologically, but first let's talk about knitting. Do you want to show what you've been knitting lately on the beach?
So I also have a new knitting bag, obviously. This is a hand-weaved bag from Citlali de Valle, and it contains my current sock project, knitting socks with this beautiful green yarn from Germany. And the first pair of socks were too small, so I knitted a second pair. I just finished the first one. It's for a little baby. It has a pattern on it. I think it's called a Minecraft pattern. I don't know. It's like 2 stitches right, 2 stitches left for 3 rows, and then 3 rows right. And yeah, this is the pattern. The first one is finished. The second one is in the making. I just started the pattern on the shaft, and yeah, it's for a 3 to 4 month old child. I don't know when the video comes out, probably older. I don't even know if it fits. It's a German baby, so it has very wide calves.
Yes, that's a whole adventure, this baby socks project, because babies grow so quickly that when Jonathan is finished, it doesn't fit anymore.
Yeah.
I've been knitting this sweater here. This design is called Carly, and I knitted this one before in red, but I was really unhappy with the yarn and I really enjoyed the pattern, so I wanted to knit this one again. And yes, this time I'm using yarn from Erica Knight. This is local wool, a really nice thin yarn. This is a 2-ply yarn. This is beautiful, and I'm using really small needles, something like 3.25 I think, and I'm really having fun. This is a saddle shoulder project, and at the moment I think I've reached the point where I have to separate the sleeves and the body, but I must recognize that I'm not a big beach knitter. At the beach I prefer to read, and yes, so this is how far I've come now. And this is an incredible pattern. I really like it. If you want to try saddle shoulders for the first time, this is a really good pattern and an easy project with a really nice broken rib pattern and a double folded collar. So this is being a lot of fun. But I want to show you a book that I've been reading that is really important in Mexican culture, because yes, like I said, at the beach I'm more the reader than the knitter, so I haven't done a lot of progress on my knitting. I have knitted in the bus more when we have been traveling from one place to another. And the book I am currently reading is Como Agua para Chocolate. This is bestseller, international bestseller, from a Mexican author, and I think now I have read half of it. This book is really enchanting. The author is incredible. The author was born in the 1950s, and this book plays during the Mexican Revolution. Although the Mexican Revolution is rather a side topic in the book, it's more about love and Mexican cooking and Mexican recipes. So it's interesting how the cooking and the Mexican traditional recipes intertwine and interweave with the love story in this book. And yeah, I'm really enjoying to read it. I hope that I will finish it in the next few days we have here at the beach. I'm sure I will. So I can really recommend this. It has been translated to 40 languages. So I think in English it's called like Water for Chocolate, or maybe it has different titles depending on the edition. So the author is Laura Esquivel. She's a Mexican author. I can only recommend this if you're interested in cooking and in Mexican traditions and culture.
Finishing a book is always a two-sided sword, I think, because you want to know how the story finishes, but then also
the story is finished.
The story is finished. You're like, oh no, I can't continue reading this book.
Yes, or you can read maybe other books from the author, because she has many books. I think this is the most famous one, and it has regained some notoriety lately, because my friend told me that they made a Netflix series. And next we're starting our trip in Mexico City. So most times when I travel to Mexico, I first go to Mexico City, because this is where most of my relatives live. And yes, Jonathan bought himself some really cool t-shirts there.
We spent some time at Culture Center, and there was a woman there. I think she was also teaching embroidery, and she had a stand with these wonderful t-shirts. I wanted some new t-shirts, so yeah, I bought this. I think it's very neat. It's not like too overwhelming. It has 4 different colors and a really nice stripe on the neck. Yeah, I think it's very cute, and also comes in my favorite colors, purple and violet and a little bit of pink in it. So yeah, I really love this. It's been worn a lot, so this is laundry.
Yes, and the woman is from Chiapas. Chiapas is a state in the south of Mexico, and I've been to Chiapas as well, and I've done many videos about Chiapas as well. You can find them on my German channel with subtitles if you are curious about that and about artisans from Chiapas, and check it out on my German channel. So after spending a few days in Mexico City and showing Jonathan around Mexico City, because it was his first time, we traveled to Querétaro, because my cousin lives in Querétaro, and we went to Peña de Bernal. This is one of the biggest monoliths of the world, and you can do some climbing there, but we did some touristing, and you can also find traditional shops on the main square where they do weaving inside, and they sell their products right there. So you can go right to the back of the shop, they let you in, and in the back you will find weavers on their weaving machines, their wooden weaving machines, making the products that they're selling in the shop in the front. So that is really cool. I will insert some videos here. And yes, so we bought some really nice decorations that are called tapices, and these are to hang on the wall, so wall hangings basically, with traditional Mexican motifs, such as, for example, nopales or the cacti or cactus that we like to eat. And what else were on the tapices? What are the motifs?
I think there was one with butterflies on it, and I bought a small one with nopal. And a little, I don't know, it's like a popular scenery of a man sitting under a tree with the hat drawn in his face, sleeping.
Yes.
Yeah. I like the combination of the cacti and the man sleeping. Yeah, I think that's it, no?
Yes, I think we bought 2 or 3 tapices to decorate our homes. Basically my home in Germany, when you come in, you're in Mexico, kind of. And yeah, and Jonathan is going to be also a bit, will have a Mexican touch in his apartment now. So that's kind of cool. And next we bought some shawls, some really nice shawls made out of wool. And I really loved this one with the stripy pattern. It is super soft, and I think it goes really well with my jacket, with my woolen jacket that I bought in Chiapas, that I'm sure you have seen in previous videos already, but I can insert here a picture. And yeah, so this is 100% wool, super soft, rather thin, but at the same time really robust and strong. So yeah, it's super warm. I love this one, and it has a really nice drape to it. So this one I bought just one for myself. And next we bought other shawls that are really spongy and really squishy, 100% wool, and they don't look as traditional. They don't have like super traditional motifs. That's why I like them. I bought in different colors because I want to give them away as a present, or maybe sell in with my friends or with my followers. So if you like these and you're located in Europe, then you can purchase one with me. These are 100% wool. They're super squishy, and I have them in different colors. So Jonathan, this one is for Jonathan. He bought a bicolor one because these are his favorite colors. So he couldn't resist and he got this one, but I have one in white, in pink, and in blue, I believe. And yes, unfortunately they didn't have more colors, but one is really big. It's super drapey and super warm, and yes, it's just a dream. I think a dream of a shawl. And I usually don't wear shawls, but this one I couldn't resist. I'm not really a scarf or a shawl person, but this one was just wow, beautiful, handmade, 100% wool. Yes, so this is what we got in Querétaro, and you can go inside the crafts studio basically, and they have a full wall, only wool and yarn. So that's really incredible and really, really cool to see. After seeing the really cool workshops in the magical village Peña de Bernal, close to Querétaro, we took the plane and traveled to Oaxaca Centro because my mother lives in Oaxaca Centro. So we visited her, and also, yes, I love Oaxaca, so I really wanted to come again because on my last trips I didn't visit Oaxaca. And I promised Jonathan that he would be able to buy a lot in Oaxaca, so I told him all the time, don't buy, just wait. For example, when we were in Mexico City, in Coyoacan, in the market of Coyoacan, there's also a lot of crafts and handmade clothes and stuff. But I told him, just wait, don't buy anything. Because in Oaxaca you will find a huge variety, and you can buy directly from the artisan as well. And because we are here around Easter, there is a fair going on in the city center. So there are different spots where they have extra stands and that are covered. So that's really, really cool. And there I did some interviews, and especially Jonathan did a lot of shopping. I only bought very few things. And we're going to show you that right now, and also insert the interviews with the artisans with subtitles. So what are we going to talk about first? We're still in the t-shirt era, right?
Yes, we are still in the t-shirt era. In Mexico City, I held my horses. In Oaxaca, I let them loose. And I really wanted t-shirts because I like wearing t-shirts. But I also love the embroidery. And there's not a lot of t-shirts you can get with embroidery on it, but I got this one. I think it's not really, traditional on the t-shirt, and it maybe has some questionable color combinations in this very vibrant item. Was is this leopard?
I think it's, to be honest, in reality, I think it is rather traditional because this is a jaguar, I think, a jaguar. And so the jaguar is a really common motif in Mexico. And for example, the jaguar, I think in Aztec, so in the language of the Aztec people, which is Nahuatl, which is also my second name is Nahuatl. In this language, we call the jaguar Balam. And Balam is a rather common name. So in Mexico, you find boys with the name Balam, and it means jaguar. So it's not that uncommon. It's untraditional because it's on a t-shirt, and you will see now why t-shirts are not so traditional. But yeah, the color combinations is kind of crazy. So I would say it's a fusion of tradition and something modern.
Yes, and also has something on the back. I think maybe it may be a bird. Maybe it's a colibri. I want to wear this in the summer in Berlin. I can't wait. So at the fair, I was also looking for something for my mother, and I got this very traditional top that has people embroidered on it, and a very traditional edging of it in green. I think these people are it's so cute. I also bought a second one, which is maybe even more traditional, with very cute flowers on it in a very dark red. I really love this, with some birds.
And most of them have also a detail on the back. And these tops, we call them blouses or blusas in Mexico. And this fabric is manta. We call it manta. And also, if you notice, they are all in 3 sections here. Most of them, they have like 3 sections, 1, 2, 3, and everything is made by hand, sewn together by hand, and also embroidered by hand. So basically, we walked like 50 times the market next to the church Santo Domingo. There were 2 places with markets. So next to the church Santo Domingo, on the pedestrian street, there was 2 floors with artisans that had their stands, and also in the Zócalo. The Zócalo is the main square with the church, and there as well there were artisans and 2 floors with artisans and stands where you could buy. But we were most of the time next to the church Santo Domingo, because this was also on our way from our accommodation. And so I think the artisans there, they saw us like 50 times within 3 days. We walked like back and forth so many times. I think we talked to everyone, or almost everyone saw us at least once. And Jonathan really bought a lot. For me, it was difficult to resist, but I had all the time in the back of my mind everything I already have at home. So I also thought about my bank account. Although these things, I must say, they're really not expensive. Consider that everything is made by hand, everything is really high quality, and the materials are also really high quality, natural fibers, natural materials. So, and considering also all the history and traditions that are embroidered and transmitted through these clothes, I think it is extremely cheap. As a crafter, I know all the work that goes into these clothes, so it is factually really cheap.
So one shirt I bought is this white one. It has one long stripe with embroidered flowers on the right side. I really love this pattern. I really wanted to get one of those, but most of the ones we found were machined, and this one is hand embroidered, and also has this beautiful detail on the sleeve, but only on one side, on the left one. This one is on the right. And I think this is very super elegant.
And these shirts are called guayaberas. So these are traditional Mexican shirts with these pleats here. They are called guayaberas, and also with this Chinese, or we call it Mao collar. And also really cool is that the embroidery is secured here, so you have a second layer of fabric here, so the embroidery is secure. I think it's the same here on the front, so that's really good. That's an extra quality point. And I think this guayabera is extremely elegant and super nice. And you can wear it for all the occasions. Basically, you can wear it every day. And in Germany, I'm sure you will stand out with this. Yeah. Which one did you buy next? Next, we bought from a brand that is on Instagram quite big already. And we also got recognized, or this brand got recognized, but I'm going to tell after why.
So walking down the aisle 50 times, I passed this one store that had beautiful shirts with very shiny embroidery on it. And I was thinking about getting one. In the end, I got one, which is this. It's hand dyed with
Cochigny.
cochigny, which is the mite that lives on the cactus and produces a very, very dark red color. This is a little bit like batik style because it's not evenly colored. And look at this very shiny embroidery. It's just so elegant, but at the same time, yeah, not too like professional. It also has the detail on the back. The brand is called Platanillo. And yeah, I really love the shirt. It has such a nice touch to it. It feels like high quality just touching the textile. It's amazing.
This shirt is actually 100% linen, so that's why you have to iron it if you want to have it like fully nice. But you can also wear it like beach style like this. And this embroidery is also done by hand on a machine that doesn't have a motor. So this you do it by hand. This is cadenilla stitch, and because the machine doesn't have a motor, you also consider it made by hand. This brand does already have quite a good following on Instagram. They have like 25k on Instagram, but I didn't know that, and the vendor was a really nice young guy, so I wanted to interview him, and I asked him, do you want to participate in an interview? And he said yes. So this interview is coming now, and he's talking a little bit about his culture, his village, and the indigenous people he comes from, with are the Mixtecos, if I remember correctly. So this is coming up now. Hola, pues muchas gracias por la entrevista. ¿Cómo te llamas?
Me llamo Sinue.
Y platícame de tus artesanías, de tus bordados.
Sí, bueno, todos los bordados son de mi pueblo, que se llama San Juan Guichicovi, que estamos en la zona húmeda del Istmo de Tehuantepec, de la región Mije.
Ah, ok. ¿Y hablas Mije?
Yo lamentablemente ya no hablo, pero sí entiendo, y pues pero sí es como por un proceso de discriminación histórica, de que hemos perdido la lengua, pero sí toda mi familia habla, y en el pueblo la mayoría de las personas hablamos mije. Yo lo entiendo, pero no lo hablo como me gustaría hablarlo.
Ah, ok, te falta un poquito de práctica tal vez.
Sí, yo creo que necesito practicar más.
Ah, ok, qué bonito, pero ya esto está muy bien, ¿no? Saber entender y... Sí, ya se conserva con eso bastante.
Sí.
¿Y quieres platicarnos de tus blusas, de tus camisas? ¿Qué es lo que te gusta bordar o cómo las produces?
Sí, bueno, pues nosotros somos un pequeño taller que está allá en mi pueblo, y pues todos los diseños de nuestras camisas son iconografía antigua de nuestro pueblo, pero también mucha iconografía que hemos pues creado, porque pensamos que pues es momento de que nosotros también sigamos pues desarrollando como pues las piezas, ¿no? Porque ya nuestros abuelos o nuestros antepasados pues hicieron muchos diseños, pero también es momento de que nosotros sigamos creando para que la tradición siga vigente, siga existiendo.
Sí, como innovando, ¿no?
Ajá,
sí. ¿Y hay un bordado que sería tu favorito?
Sí, yo creo que mi bordado favorito es que es este bordado de grecas, que es un bordado pues antiguo, que ya poco se hace en mi pueblo, y entonces nosotros lo estamos como volviendo a reactivar y a enseñar. Sacamos los patrones porque era muy difícil el trazo. Ajá. Entonces como que eso es lo que es. También nuestro trabajo va mucho a la investigación de iconografías antiguas o cosas como de antes, ¿no? De los huipiles de nuestras abuelas.
Entonces,
esta es mi favorita.
Mira, ahí llegó mi mamá.
Hola.
Entonces es un trabajo de conservación lo que hace también.
Sí, de conservación, pero también de innovación, como esta pieza, que también es una de mis favoritas. Ajá. Sí, esto por ejemplo es una innovación. Ya metimos como colores neón. Ajá. Que pues no se bordaba con colores neón antes.
Sí, es muy llamativo.
Sí, y luego hicimos como estas formas circulares que vienen como de las iconografías dentro del huipil, de un dibujo que se llamaba centavo. De ahí sacamos como ese círculo y ya los hicimos como más, como que sacamos la iconografía y la hicimos como independiente y la pusimos por toda la camisa.
Está muy padre esta, sí. Y se nota que tus camisas son de alta calidad, son de lino, de algodón.
Sí, tratamos de buscar telas de origen natural,
Ajá.
porque pues también nos preocupa mucho el consumo de telas sintéticas o que vienen derivados del petróleo.
Sí.
Incluso también estas, por ejemplo, esta es de un algodón, esta tela se hace aquí en México.
Ah, wow.
Sí, es un algodón mexicano y es una tela 100% que se hace en México.
Entonces, ¿te gusta conservar la tradición de tu familia y de tu pueblo?
Sí, la verdad es que estoy muy orgulloso de donde nací y también estoy muy orgulloso de todo lo que representa el bordado en la historia de mi pueblo y también en el presente de mi pueblo, porque la mayoría de mi pueblo pues se dedica al bordado de cadenilla y creo que pues es trabajo de nosotros como jóvenes y nuevas generaciones seguir conservando como este legado que nuestros familiares, nuestros antepasados han construido.
Pues muchas felicidades. ¿Dónde te podemos encontrar?
Pues estamos en Instagram y en redes sociales como Platanillo Camisa. Ahí nos pueden seguir y ahí pueden también ver nuestros productos, ver nuestro trabajo y pues por ese medio también hacemos envíos a todo el país y al extranjero también.
Ah, súper. Pues muchas gracias.
Sí, gracias a todos.
Bye. Perfecto. Lo hiciste muy bien.
Ah, gracias.
I hope you enjoyed this interview about this shirt and the brand Platanillo. And actually this brand is also already quite notorious. We were walking around in Oaxaca Centro in the stands of Semana Santa. So looking at all the artisan stuff in the evening. And I met someone that I follow on Instagram and I was really happy about that. And this is Mario. Mario is an influencer with many followers on Instagram and he does especially content about Mexican cooking. And he always wears traditional Mexican clothes such as huipiles that we're going to look at as well. And he's a guy, or I don't know how he identifies himself, but he always wears traditional Mexican clothes that are supposed to be for women. I think this is really cool and he has a really nice personality, so I saw him and he agreed to take a picture with us together, so that was it made me really happy to meet him, to meet Mario, and he immediately recognized the shirt Platanillo, the one we just showed you, and this really bright pink lilac shirt, and that was really cool. So this is the second time I meet a big Mexican influencer and I don't even live here, so that's a really great luck.
So next I got a red shirt to wear together with Calypso's red dress she has at home. I've never seen her wear it. But this one also has some humans and persons embroidered in it, and it's very cute people in this stripe here. This is also super elegant. I would actually wear this like on a daily occasion even.
Yes, these little dolls, they take a whole week. So one single doll here takes a whole week to be embroidered. So this is incredible because you have to secure the fabric so that it doesn't unravel. So every little doll you see here takes a whole week to be made and embroidered, because you also have to secure the fabric. And these dolls are just incredible. And I think this is just a masterpiece, a really nice shirt. And this is from the brand Xochitl. And Xochitl means flower in Nahuatl. Nahuatl is the language of the Aztecs. So this one is really cool.
I got a second guayabera. This is embroidered with a cross stitch and has a huge bird on the chest. I really love this. I really love birds. So when I saw this, I thought I really want to have it. I think this might be machined.
Yes, I think this is embroidered with the machine. Yes.
Look at the bird. It stands out.
Yes, but although this is embroidered on the machine, this is still handmade, because it's not an industrial shirt. I want to show the back, because this is not made industrially. This is still handmade and still a unique piece. So you can see the pleats here on the back. So this is the traditional guayabera, and this one actually is from Mérida, Yucatan, so from rather the Caribbean, and Yucatan is a different state in Mexico. So the person the artisan came all the way from Yucatan to sell her guayaberas in Oaxaca Centro.
This is not embroidered, this is woven, it has a woven detail. It's also secured like the other ones. And I really love the rainbow color going through the woven textile on the side. This also has a very nice shine to it.
Yeah, the whole shirt is hand woven. This is also a guayabera, and the colors are really cool. It looks like jeans, but it's grayish and white, and I think it's super elegant, but at the same time you can wear it like more on casual occasions. Mexican crafters do not only make clothes, they also make a lot for the interiors, such as, for example, for the cushions. So this is hand woven out of cotton, really nice, with also a zipper in the back. And the colors are really cool, and Jonathan wanted to pimp up a little bit his sofa. So he bought 2 for his couch. So this is really cool. And the vendor agreed to have an interview with me. She was really nice because she invited us to her village. Next time we come, she said they have really nice traditions for El Día de los Muertos, so for the Day of the Death in November. And she was really cool, and the interview with her was really cool. She also sold us a really nice beach bag that we're using a lot at the moment. So this fabric is really good for the beach because the sand does not stick to it, and this is also 100% cotton and really practical and robust, and has also a linen inside. So that's really cool. And so next is coming up the interview with this artisan that was really funny, and she immediately asked us if we were going to the beach, to Zipolite. So specifically she asked, have you already been to Zipolite? And I thought this was funny because Zipolite has a really special character. You can look it up for yourself why. And maybe she thought we have the faces or we fit into Zipolite when she saw us. So that was funny. Estamos aquí con Gabriela en el mercado de las artesanías de la Semana Santa en Oaxaca. ¿Cómo estás, Gabriela?
Hola, ¿qué tal? Muy bien.
¿Cómo te está yendo en el mercado?
Pues hay movimiento, bendito Dios.
Sí, qué bueno, me alegra. ¿Qué es lo que vendes? ¿Cuál es tu especialidad?
Nosotros somos maestros artesanos en telar de pedal y chicote. Tenemos 2 especialidades, los que son mantelería, que son, como pueden ver, los cojines, las cortinas, los manteles, las colchas, y también trabajamos lo que es hilo seda, donde ya tenemos lo que es ropa, blusones, blusas, huipiles, rebozos.
¿Qué es el chicote? No entendí, nunca lo he escuchado.
Es la herramienta con la que se trabaja. El telar tiene un chicote que es el que jalamos para que pase el hilo, y el pedal, porque abajo tiene 4 pedales, los cuales vamos pisando para sacar las diferentes figuras en el tejido.
Ah, ok, o sea, el chicote es ese barquito que da.
Exacto.
Ah, ok. Es que no lo conocía bajo ese nombre, pero qué interesante.
Gracias.
¿Quisieras enseñarnos unas de tus prendas favoritas o más elaboradas, tal vez?
Sí, pues de hecho lo que más nos toma a veces tiempo son las piezas como los huipiles, que son como estos.
Oh, está hermoso. Platícanos un poco acerca de este huipil.
Sí, este huipil lo tejemos en el telar, se le da las terminaciones de nudos, se costura, y estos pues los utilizamos normalmente para el día a día, o sea, para el diario. O estas blusas también, porque hacerles estos acabados pues lleva un poco más de tiempo.
Sí, porque es de gancho, ¿verdad?
Exacto, entonces se teje y de ahí se costura y se le da la terminación a gancho.
¿Y es de tu familia este arte o cómo lo aprendiste?
Somos sinceros, nosotros tenemos más de 15 años trabajando en el telar. ¿Por qué? Porque mi esposo es el que lo trabajaba, de ahí me lo enseñó, y de ahí pues ahora mis hijos, mis cuñados, ahora sí que ya es un taller 100% familiar.
Ah, qué bueno, qué padre. ¿Y cuál sería tu prenda favorita? ¿Qué es lo que más te gusta? ¿Las blusas? ¿Puedes enseñarnos una que...?
Sí, miren, por ejemplo, de hecho ahorita estoy portando una. Como pueden observar, pues no dicen todos son cortitas, no, y son muy frescas, son diferentes, son de hilo seda.
Sí.
Y de hecho están muy padres, son versátiles, las puedes ocupar en el día, les puedes añadir una falda, les puedes añadir un pantalón de vestir y se lucen mucho.
Sí, como más o menos elegante dependiendo de la ocasión.
Exacto, son muy versátiles.
Ajá. ¿Y cómo se llama tu pueblo, tu lugar de donde vienes?
Yo soy de Soledad de Oaxaca, a 30 minutos de la capital oaxaqueña.
Ah, súper, pues muchas gracias y que te vaya muy bien en el mercado aquí.
No, y gracias a ustedes por visitarnos, por favor visítenos. Cada periodo vacacional estamos instalados, ya sea aquí en el Zócalo o junto al Templo de Santo Domingo en Oaxaca, o pueden visitarnos en Privada del Cristo Sin Número, Soledad de Oaxaca, y conocer todo el proceso de elaboración.
Ah, wow, eso está muy padre. Entonces podemos recibir como un tour del taller.
Claro que sí, de hecho en la zona de Etla somos famosos por el quesillo, somos famosos por tener zona arqueológica y también pues ahora por las artesanías, tanto de telar de pedal, que es la que nosotros realizamos, y la cantera también, en otro pueblo llamado también Magdalena Etla.
Ah, pues muchas gracias, muchas felicidades por tu trabajo.
Gracias.
Sí, gracias por la entrevista.
No, gracias a ti por darte el tiempo de expresar ahora sí que nuestro conocimiento.
Sí, gracias. Pues súper bien, te dejo mi canal.
Sí, claro que sí.
So this repeal I bought with the person that I interviewed, this young lady who invited us to her village. And this repeal is just beautiful. Look at these colors. The pink really is super shiny and it's really flashy. And this is hand crocheted around the collar, the sleeves and also the bottom here. Repealers have a straight form like this, a straight shape. And this is traditional Mexican clothes. They are called repeal. And I really loved these colors. This is hand woven, super nice, super practical to wear for all kinds of occasions. I can do everything in my repeal and especially wear it at the beach because this is super flowy and 100% cotton. So I couldn't resist to get this repeal here. I do not have one in these colors yet, and it matches super well with my bag, so I couldn't resist to get this one. And next you also bought the shirt that you're wearing, so let's not forget this one. This is super cool. It matches also the Zipolite vibe, although it is rather subtle why it matches the Zipolite vibe. And this is really cool. Yeah, I've been wearing this a lot. I think this is super casual, and I'm sure that in Berlin many people will ask where you got this shirt. Yeah. So that's cool. And this was from a different person that I didn't interview.
Yeah, and the textile is quite sturdy. It's a little bit sturdy, but very soft to the skin. And at the same time, like I've been wearing this for a few days now in a very sweaty place, very warm place, and it still feels like fresh on the skin. So yeah, it's a beautiful textile.
Thank you for watching part 1 of this video. This video is already quite long, so we're going to make a part 2. Make sure you don't miss part 2. That will probably be published next week. In part 2 you will find more interviews, more incredible crafts from Mexico, and also a chat with my mother, who will talk a little bit about her long life experience in Mexico and her memories, how it was when she was young. Okay, bye. See you in part 2.
Bye.